Dropping that knowledge on you.
I could not make this shit up.
With Kev Nash.
Oh, Hercules.
DJ Killer Kev.
Boss.
And Dizzle.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you, boys, you can't make that shit up.
The Inside. Real deal. Straight up.
Are you crazy?
Hottest stories from the world of hip-hop.
This is Ludacris.
It's the big boss, Rick Ross.
What up? It's your boy, Young Jeezy. This is 50 Cent.
Sports.
Some of those dunks were the most incredible dunks I've ever seen.
And what's popping in the DYT.
I couldn't make this shit up. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. I'm sad that I lack the talent to make this shit up.
Here's Kev Nash, DJ Killer Kev, and Dizzle.
You Can't Make This Up podcast, Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
Episode
451, baby.
We in here. Shouts out to everybody watching on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. Where else we got, Dizzle?
YouTube. Subscribers going up, man. Feeling good.
Yeah. Happy Labor Day to everybody. But we got a guest, and this is something we've been talking about, I don't know, for like a year. We said we're going to get a guest on at least once a month. And that's another thing that we haven't done, like, you know, our anniversary party. But we are doing one for the 500th episode. Keep a lot for details about that. But we finally got a guest on, and this guest has been eluding us for a couple weeks. But Killer, you finally got her on the pod.
Yeah, it's been a tug of war with just getting things right, but we didn't quit on the ideal, and I'm happy to have Miss J Willoughby on the pod with us. I call her Dada. That's for another story. But this is a good friend of mine's daughter, and we wanted to really showcase her, what she's doing around the city, and just kind of enlighten dating on what dating doing. It's more than what you see on the news with this and that going on, and there's some really dope things happening. So I wanted to get a guest on here, so I thought this would be a perfect guest. So Miss J, let's hop right into it. You from here? Let's talk about your childhood. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school? All that jazz.
Well, hi guys. Nice to officially meet some of you.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Jay Willoughby. On TikTok, I go by J-Bay. And I grew up in Dayton, Ohio. I was raised in Harrison Township, North Dayton. And I went to St. Peter Elementary School, went to DPS Ponitz Career Tech for high school, and none other than the University of Dayton for college.
Nice. So why did you choose UD over Wright State?
Well, it's just something about being a flyer, you know. I don't know. But I honestly, I went who gave me the most money. They gave me a full commuter ride, so I went where, you know, it made sense financially. And it was the best decision ever. Even though, you know, there's something wrong with the Raiders, but we're just flyer, you know.
Know where the money at, for sure.
Yeah. So in some of this research, I see that you are also a world medalist kickboxer. When did you start getting into kickboxing, and what style of kickboxing and all that? Like, when did that come about? Because that's not a common thing from somebody from Dayton to be considered a world medalist kickboxer. So I wanted to hear some info.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a fighter right out of high school, but my parents were like, "No, you're going to college." So when I got out of school, it was like that decision of like, okay, corporate America, or do I want to fight? And I have been fighting all my life. My dad was a boxer and studied Tai Chi under Grandmaster C.K. Chu up in New York since he was like 18. So just growing up, I just was in a martial arts family. And once I graduated, I was like, I think I can still do this. So I just started training just to see locally, and I was winning, and it just kind of went from there. Okay, well, if I could win locally, let me see if I can win statewide. And I went statewide, and I was winning, and then I went nationally, and I was winning. So I was like, well, let's go to the world stage. Let's just do it. I think, you know, with a fighting sport, it's one of those things of like, obviously instant. You figure out instantly if this is something that you want to do or not do. And I was getting injured, but not to the phase of like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. So that's really just how it went. I always wanted to be a martial arts actress, and I figured if I got some official training, like in a school, I would probably have a little more education and knowledge and do a lot better than just kind of training at home with family. So
since you got some squabbles, I gotta ask you, who you think is gonna win this potential Layla Ali fight and Clarissa Shields?
You know,
That ain't happening. That fight ain't happening. Let's stop.
I think that it's kind of like the Mayweather fight. Like it just wouldn't really be. They're just two different levels. They're just two different classes, two different generations. I think it would be more entertainment. I love Clarissa. She's in her prime, and I think she's the greatest. She's undisputed. But Layla in her prime. She was undisputed. So it's hard to say. It's hard for me to pick a side as a girly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you talked
Nah.
about the entertainment part about it. I mean, we got this full fledged entertainment fight that's about to happen with Tank Davis and Jake Paul. Do you
Yep.
think stuff like that affects boxing legitimate being a legitimate sport? Like we got all these, guys doing it for the clicks, doing it for the views, as opposed to trying to really fight for the championship.
I think it's an interesting dynamic right now because it's bigger than just fighting. We have to make money as fighters.
Yeah.
And, with streaming and the internet being so huge right now, and sometimes people they don't really care who the best actual athlete is, and when you're in a position as a fighter where you're like, okay, this person, I know that they're not as trained as I am, they're not as good as I am, they're not as educated as I am, but they have the clout and status to help me feed my family. Sometimes it's a hard decision that you have to make on, am I going to do this for my family, or am I going to do this to try to prove a point? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand both sides. I don't think Jake Paul is the greatest fighter. I think that he's more on the entertainment side, but he brings the crowd and he brings the money. So
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Did I
We got
lose
some
y'all?
comments
Okay.
in the
Oh, here we
chat.
go.
Shout outs to Bud in the chat, always tuned
hi,
in.
bud.
Yeah.
Salute.
My brother. So yeah, you started out, in childhood, you got into some fights
I
on the
did.
world stage,
I definitely got
on
into
the
some fights off the stage.
right, on and off the stage. And then you decided to, tackle adulthood. So talk to us about where you got into the Willoughby firm and what you're doing now with the store. We'll get into that, but let's talk about the Willoughby firm and what you're doing with that. So
So, I don't know if you guys know much about like the regentrification that's happening in the west side of Dayton, or how I
Hmm.
don't know how much y'all know about it. Can y'all share kind of like what y'all thoughts are on it?
I see it. You know.
Yeah,
no, yeah.
you can see it. You can see it happening in real time. That quick houses being placed up there. We already know what that is in the city. So
Now, yeah, I experienced as a DJ, it was a lot of clubs in my kind of prime of DJing that was downtown, and those clubs got pushed out. The
Okay.
Firehouse District got rebuilt up, and there was a bunch of things going on where they was pushing more family, single people that was doing, good work, occupation wise, and they was pushing that more than the club. So it kind of transitioned all that out of there. More, apartments, townhouses, all the developments around the Dragon Stadium. So yeah, I'm definitely, like Kev said, seeing it and
Okay.
experienced it.
Because I'm a little younger. I'm 29, and I have a different perspective than a lot of the Daytonians that are like in their mid 30s and 40s and 50s. So for me, in 2015, I seen in the middle of the University of Dayton's campus a map of what Dayton would look like in 2050. Now, mind you, from my graduating class, there was only three of us from Dayton Public Schools, meaning inner city children that went to this college. Everyone
Mhm.
else was from the outskirts, maybe Centerville and Bellbrook, just suburbia.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I was like, no, this don't look like my city. I know what they looks like. I've been running these streets literally like I'm a runner. I'm literally
Yeah.
a runner. So I'm like, I've been running around this city for years. And I'm like, it doesn't look like this. So I kind of started in 2015, like questioning, like, what's going on? Like, what's the plan? Like, who's funding this? Like, who is this for? Just asking all those real questions. And I felt, my perspective from the other side was like, okay, well, if I know this is happening, how can I be a part of it? And so I started with what I knew how to do. I had a summer job all my life as like a grass cutter. I would go out with the guys and they would cut the grass and I would weed eat or blow the grass, off the sidewalks and just keep the papers, keep the documents together. And so when I graduated, I was like, I think I'm just going to open the Willoughby firm as a consultancy because a lot of the men in West Dayton who own businesses were not doing it officially and properly. And so I said, well, I can do that part. Like, we got to work together. You guys are immaculate with the work. So I'll come in on the HR side, make sure you guys have your document, your state documents, your government documents, make sure you have everything you need for filing your taxes, keep your receipts when I'm with you, and those types of things. So that's kind of how the Willoughby firm started, as a passion project for helping the revitalization of Dayton. And so we revitalized over 300 properties. Lot Links was a program like in 2018, 2019. So I was working with a lot of the guys who were purchasing those homes and just excavating everything outside, making it pretty if that's what they were looking for. A lot of times they just wanted me
Right.
to in and just get all the debris gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so that's where it came from, and it just kind of escalated from there. I ended up getting some government projects because I was like, again, that struggle of like, okay, this is a passion project, but I'm not receiving the money that I need. So I went on base, and then we continued our work in West Dayton as well. And as a consultant, obviously, I could consult with anything. So I loved architectural design and landscaping, but I started dibbling and dabbling into housekeeping and just other facility management type work just so I can
Yeah.
learn more and be more educated on like what the community really needs. And the government is such a structured environment that I was really learning how to bring structure back to the city and how to organize this the right way so that it could be less of a conversation of them and more of a conversation of us.
So
Oh,
when we're dealing with these situations, it's always a give and take. It's always like, all right, well, all right, man, they're bringing these things to our neighborhood, but they're also kind of pushing us out of the neighborhood. So like, older and older I look at it from both sides of the coin. Like, hey, man, like we have to do better as a people, but they're kicking us out. So like, how do you view that? Like, where you're going to be bringing in Starbucks and all that type of vibe and Whole Foods, and I go to Whole Foods way too much time, spending way too much money, but I need that in my community. But like, hey man, what about the people that were already there? So how do you deal with that?
So how I decided to deal with it was using my influence as I'm the University of Dayton alumni community leader. There's 28,000 alumni here in the city of Dayton. And so I was like, as community leader, yeah, I could plan events. But again, back to your question, how do we regulate this a little bit more from our end? And so I said, well, there's a food desert downtown, which is where Beyond Grocery, which is my new grocery store that I opened, that's where the idea came from. And it was, okay, this is beyond grocery for me. Number one, there should never be a food desert downtown. Number two, I have to use my own money, right? I can't always say, well, the bank won't give me money. There's enough educated and affluent Black people here in the city of Dayton that at the end of the day, they have to use their funds to help us, the next generation. So, and I really hold our older um, generation accountable for helping us create the environment that they want to see for us. And so I do private equity loans with older generations and I bring them business plans and I said, hey, we need a grocery store that not only is downtown, but one that is for us and one that has our products involved to help generational wealth for our own people. And so, I pitched it to, about 50 people. I got two investors from that. And I was able to secure funding to open Beyond Grocery down in downtown Dayton within the Entrepreneurship Center so that we can get this started because we are the they. And sometimes I feel like we don't acknowledge that.
yeah.
And we can't always depend on other people to do it. We have to do for ourselves.
Dope.
Nice,
Salute,
nice.
Dope.
salute.
So,
Uh,
so talking about the Beyond Grocery, it's going to be a cashless experience. Now, that's going to be a struggle for some of our people. How are we getting the word out to people that don't like to swipe the plastic, don't feel comfortable, maybe bank accounts messed up, whatever. How are they going to function? Do we have any like prepaid card options? Like is there some workarounds to get the cashless grocery store, option downtown?
So what I will say is that we've been open for a little over 3 months, 3.5 months, and we don't get too many people that come through the door that don't have a Cash App card, have a credit card, a debit card, a bank, some type of bank card. So it isn't like we're like so in the future, cashless. I think the idea of cashless just makes people nervous for those times that they may not have their card. But we also live in a 2025 where people have their phones always with
Hmm.
them, and a lot of them have
Yeah.
their wallets, have their cards in their virtual wallet. So we haven't come into too much of a struggle. Again, this is about balancing the financial piece and the passion piece. And so, we get people from all walks of life that walk into Beyond Grocery. And if I see that someone needs a coffee and my staff sees someone that needs a coffee or needs something to drink or needs something to eat, this is now beyond financial. we can help you. But if it's a problem with, oh well, I only have $5 and it's costing three, then it's, what we how we've been
Yeah.
dealing with it is, we don't have change. I have students that work there, college and high school, and so it's safer for my staff to not have cash, either a tip jar or have cash just sitting around, because we get all walks of life walking through that door, if you hear what I'm saying. So
Right.
it's more important for me to protect my staff than to worry about people who may not even be coming through the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely something that older generations need to get accustomed to, dealing with cars and things of that nature. Me, I work at the radio station, and you
Yeah.
thought the world would have ended when we didn't give away, hard, tangible paper tickets, when we went all digital with Ticketmaster and stuff like that. So, getting those folks used to using emails and used to downloading digital tickets and using their phone and stuff like that. Like, I don't use my phone for that. I just use it to call and text people. It's like, well, that is 20 years ago. This is 2025,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have to catch up or you're gonna get left behind type of vibes.
And there is, I'm in the Entrepreneurship Center, which has 160 different businesses. And one of them within the Entrepreneurship Center, for anybody from Dayton who is listening or has parents who are in Dayton and are struggling, they have services available, free services available for elderly people. And it's not just for elderly, but specifically since we're talking about that, who would like to learn about how to use their phone, how to use their email, and just that experiential learning that never stops. So we
Yeah.
have resources available within the Entrepreneurship Center that could help for anybody who's struggling with that.
And what's the address down there?
31 South Main Street.
Nice, nice.
The arcade
So
is made
what's
of 9 buildings. So I think that people don't know that, but there's 9 different buildings, and the rotunda is the center space. So I'm the 31 South Main Street exit, but there's 4th Street entrances, there's 3rd Street entrances, and there's also Ludlow entrances.
nice?
Can you talk to us a little bit about the challenges that you went through or face getting this opened up?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of pushing through people like understanding the idea. A lot of people don't understand the idea of a tech driven. So not only are we cashless, we're fully tech driven. So you can walk up and order, absolutely, but we have a QR code that you can scan on your phone and actually just order all of your groceries and just come up and give us your name, kind of like DoorDash, but you can pick up as well. From our website, you can use DoorDash, you can use Grubhub, you can use Uber Eats, and it was just trying to get people to understand that this is not the future. This is now.
Hmm.
Everyone in Dayton is always, oh, well, we're gonna, we're gonna start doing that. I'm like, no, no, we're already doing this. That we already have cashless stores here in Dayton. Now, people may not know about them, but there's one on Waterville. That's a Dash Mart, and you literally
Yep.
order online and pick up in store. So this is
Yeah.
already happening, and just trying to get people to understand that a lot of the new concepts that people are bringing to Dayton are not new to the country. They may be new here. And just getting people to believe in it. I think that when you walk into a room and you don't need any money from them, you don't need capital, you just need them to support the idea, you can get more yeses. But when you need capital from someone, you need space and you need to convince them on the idea. Sometimes it's a lot harder. So I understood that walking into it. And so I made sure I come with the capital and I came with the plan. I was like, I just need you to give me the yes.
Yeah. Nice, nice. What some of the featured items you have in there? Is it like fresh produce? What's some of the like featured stuff that the store has?
Yeah, so we have fresh local produce. We have local farm fresh eggs. I'm also working with 9 different vendors, which are they're Dayton bred, Daytonians, and so they offer salads, wraps, banana puddings of all different flavors: strawberry, cheesecake, regular banana, traditional banana pudding. We have matcha lattes, which is like really big right now for the kids. We do take Flyer Express, so we allow the students to use their meal plan to come in and buy different things. So
Nice,
the matcha latte and our oat milk latte are like our biggest sellers. We have all
nice.
different types of energy drinks and lunch options, breakfast burritos, all different types of things that you can't find anywhere else. We have obviously products that you can find other places, but we have special local products that are from vendors here in Dayton. So I'm very proud of
We're gonna
that.
have to get some fruit cups in there. It's a good idea, but we're gonna have to get some fruit cups in there.
Some edible fruit cups. Well, we have fruit cups. I don't know what he means by edible.
So I'm, I'm one of the managers of Edible Arrangements and Catering, and
Okay. Oh, okay.
black owned. So he's probably thinking we could get some fruit cups in there and try to get some,
Yes.
get some of that jumping off. Maybe some chocolate dipped strawberries. We could figure out something. So
Well, yeah, I'm definitely down to collab. I never mentioned, I'm one of those black people that feel like you don't tear down your own. So, I definitely struggle with trying to continue relationships with vendors because sometimes people don't understand that middle ground of like we're balancing financial and we're balancing a passion necessary relationship. But yes,
Yeah.
I'm working with 9, but our goal is to work with 50 local vendors. So we would love edible arrangements to be one of them. That would be
Nice.
that would be top tier for me.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So
See
you
what we can do.
mentioned you was lit on TikTok. Can
Ah.
you bring out J Bay and give us a little bit of what you do on TikTok?
So yeah, so J Bay is like I feel like everyone kind of has an alter ego. I hope it's somebody else on here does, so I'm not the only one. Somebody can relate. But I was struggling from going from okay, I'm I finished my government contract September 30th, and I was like, this grocery store idea is going to take some time. What am I going to do in the meantime to support myself, right? And so I had heard about streaming, and I think everyone, I don't know if you guys were reluctant. You guys were almost at 450 episodes, so you probably have been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
But for
it's been a
me,
minute.
yeah, it's been a while. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that. That's I when you say I think you said 420 one. Last time we were talking, I thought you meant like episode 4, maybe, I mean, season 4. So I was thinking, maybe 80, 20, 40, 60,
No.
80, like, 20 per season. But no, that is amazing. Congratulations to you guys. That is
Thank
absolutely
you,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
and so I was a little nervous to like jump in front of the camera, but it was again, I always go where the money is. So it was like, okay, like you really don't have a whole lot of options right now. You need to work from home. And so I said, well, what can it hurt to try it? So I started just doing it on the weekends, and I was doing it late night because I still had a day job. And I was talking to nurses and men that were driving trucks and just people who were on the third shift. And it just kind of grew from there. And I kind of, it was nighttime. So it was like, it was fun because I felt like it was obviously a professional environment, but I was allowed to be myself and be fun. And we could drink a little bit and just have fun Friday and Saturday nights. And then I turned it into like a every night thing, like a 5 day a week kind of thing. And so that was exciting because it was like really transitioning from me going from doing the Willoughby firm to me being a full-time streamer. And so I talk about my martial arts. I talk about just my passions. I talk about dating. People love when I talk about dating because I am single, I'm not married, and I have a very different perspective on dating that people like to hear. And I don't, agree with some of the norms, the 50-50 conversations. And so, yeah, so
Provider
I just,
playbook. Yeah,
the
we tapped
provider
in.
play.
Yeah. We tapped in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I really believe in holding men accountable. And so it's always fun to get unaccountable men to come in the room and have conversations with me. And they end up respecting because my thing is, no one's forcing you to be accountable. Every man is not the type of man who is going to be a provider, but we're still going to respect those that do. And we're going to make sure we put them on a pedestal. So, those conversations are hard for some people. Yeah.
Yeah, one
Those
You
of them
got three
did.
of them on this pod for sure.
Right. For
So yeah,
real.
so that was a fun experience for me. But Trump took all that away in January when I opened the Beyond Grocery in December. And I was still trying to get some capital from TikTok, but once he did that shutdown, it kind of changed everything for me. So I just was like, okay, I'm done with that. But it's still a family. I have a family. I have people that are from California, Maine, Florida that have driven from their hometowns to Beyond Grocery to visit and
Wow.
just support. So yeah, like that, the TikTok family is nothing to play with. They are very supportive and encouraging, and so it was great for me to step out of my comfort zone and do something that, a lot of us feel like we have to leave Dayton to be successful, and it really showed me that I didn't have to do that. So I'm forever thankful for that
Dope.
platform.
Dope. Man, we really appreciate you coming on here and getting this info
Yes,
out.
sir.
Super dope. Anything you want to share? Any social medias? We can get TikTok back going. It ain't over.
Yeah,
We
it
can
ain't
get it
over
back
yet.
going. So anything you want to
Um,
share, please do.
Yeah, so my first name is Darina, so DaaRynah. I should have put it as my tag here tonight. I didn't even think about it, but Darina J. You can find me on all platforms, and I'm also having a grand opening for the store. It's going to be September 14th, so 2 weeks from today. It's 1 to 5, and it's going to be in the Arcade Rotunda. There is a really big push to bring people back downtown, and obviously, I can't speak for what has happened in the past, but there's a new environment downtown, and it's welcoming to all. And so I hope that people come out and support and just hang out and come back downtown. So September 14th, 1 to 5 p.m. It's called the Flyer Fest. And I really appreciate you guys having me. I've been watching you guys for a while now, and I love your platform. And I just want you guys to know that we are watching you and we appreciate and support what you guys are doing here in the community.
Appreciate it. Thank you
Likewise.
so much. So much.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you for stopping by.
Bye, guys.
Yep. Have
Peace.
a good one.
Dope.
Yeah. Super dope, man. Super dope. Nice to
Check
get a
her
guest
out.
on. It's
Check her
been a
out.
minute.
Definitely.
So have y'all
On the grind.
so y'all have seen her like kickboxing highlights?
I was Googling some while this show was going on.
I know it's real.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
Them
know
straight
it's
leg
real.
kicks, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to her, man. Great guest. Shout out to you, Killer, for breaking the run, doing some dope
Yeah.
stuff, dating.
Yes,
Most
sir.
def,
Yes, sir.
most def. Fellas, let's jump into it, man. How was the week, man? How was the week?
And I get mine out.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I,
Just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, I was low key lit, bro. I had a wedding the other day. More events at the main job. They rocking with me. Um, the wedding that I had, they had money. I would say
The
this
boy
was
got
the
his own money.
this was probably the most well ran wedding. So much staff. You had a ceremony coordinator, reception coordinator, somebody leading the transition between the two, making sure everybody's in place. They had a specific room for the vendors to eat. I wasn't even ready for that. I usually just grab my own plate, bring it back to the DJ section. Nah, they had us somewhere different. So nah, the place was nice.
I had a wedding like that this year, and I got mad when they told me I was going to the vendor room because in my previous experience, that means I get like burger or chicken tenders instead of like filet mignon and
mm-mm.
prime rib. So I was like mad, but then when I walked in there, it was the same food just in our own room. So I'm like, okay, they ain't do us dirty. We still got prime rib.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said,
No,
just been
that shit looked
getting
dope.
ready for this vacation. Day was lit. Just having a good time, man. So it's pretty good week.
I think I
When
saw
is the
the
vacay again?
Mid-September. So I've been
Right around the
stacking.
corner.
Yep. Been
where'd you say
stacking.
that venue was at? Because I saw some of the social
This was in
media.
this was in Cincinnati.
Okay, it
I
was nice.
forgot the I
No, yeah,
forgot
that's
the
all I
name of
needed.
it.
Cincinnati. I just want to know what area it was in because it looked like some Cincinnati shit. I've done some. They got some pretty, ducked out spots in most of those suburban towns in Cincinnati. So,
Mm-hmm.
so they got some nice shit out there. But it looked like it was super dope.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Man,
yeah.
for me, I
For
had a pretty
sure.
good week as well. What I do this week? My daughter had her band premiere, so went up to the school and spent an outrageous amount of money with entry fee. She had to buy $80 worth of pictures because it's senior year, so I gotta get pictures with this friend group, pictures with that friend group, pictures with that. So a bunch of spending. But I took some time for me this weekend. Like Dizzle said, I usually don't let Labor Day weekends go without me getting some golf, getting some outside time in. So the fellas hit me up. Shouts to the Johnson brothers, Ryan, Cliff, and Alex. They hit me up and we went out to New Lebanon and played some golf. And I'm here to say your boy played his best round of golf ever. Ever. To where now I'm getting motivated to go practice. I shot 85 for 18 holes. I shot 44 on the front and 41 on the back. Bunch of pars, a couple birdies. Shit was lit.
That's what's
And
up. Am I not mistaken? You recently had like one of your worst performances. Wasn't this not a couple episodes ago?
so since the hat,
He
I
tilted
played
the hat.
I played in a golf outing, and your boy won this hat and 2 packs of the Pro V1, my fault, the Pro V1 golf ball, which is like the number 1 golf ball. It's cost like $60. I'm never gonna buy $60 golf balls, but I got two dozen and a hat in this like raffle, right? So I break out the expensive golf balls. I put the hat on, bro. It's like I turned to a new golfer. I've had like the 3 or 4 of the most amazing rounds in a row consecutively, with it being golf league ends this week. So I got Wednesday and Saturday, then it's over. Then it'll be more so just recreational golfing again. But it always happens like this. Something happens that drives me to, push to get better, push to get better. I finally have put some things together with my swing, hitting the ball pretty straight, getting on the green, 2-putting, making a few 1-putts. So I had a good golf weekend,
That's
but
what's up.
yeah, other than that, man, we chilling with the fam today. I got one kid, matter of fact, D, that was on the pod shouting us out. I got one kid with his daughter having a party sleepover. She won't sit still. And I got another kid at another friend's house, and we all meeting at mom's for ribs later. So everybody's enjoying the weekend.
Dope. As for me, man, so after we taped last week's episode of the pod, I finally went to Young's Dairy. I've been living down here in good old Dayton, Ohio, the 937 since September of 1997. And I've never been to Young's Dairy. I passed Young's Dairy or the exit to Young's Dairy over 1,000,000 times, going to and from Cleveland, to and from Columbus, to and from Springfield. Never been. We finally went out there, and you know what? It's pretty cool. Play some putt. It's not golf, but I did hit 2 holes in one at the putt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here, saw the cows do some weird things. I'll save that for off the pod. Got some ice cream. Was out there hanging out on a Sunday, but then my favorite sport in the world returned this week, college football. And yes, there is a difference between college football and NFL football. I'm a college football guy first, NFL second, NBA third. And college football was back in full swing this weekend. Ohio State beat Texas on Saturday 14-7. And I was in Columbus. So we gave away a VIP watch party at DraftKings Sports Social up there on High Street in Columbus to a listener down here, and they got to bring themselves and 8 of their friends to go kick it up there and watch the game. But this the crazy part: the game was a noon kick.
Yeah.
And they was like, yeah, y'all got to be here when the doors open because it's going to be wall to wall. We got y'all set up, but like it's better if y'all get up here early because once we get started, we ain't going to be on no, hey, VIP checking the list. Like y'all got to get here early. So we got up at 6 a.m. Drove up to the CO, left the house about 7, got to Columbus about 8, chilled in the parking garage until like 8:45, went in there, and we were posted up in there at the bar from 9 a.m. until like 6:30 p.m. And I mean, it was packed. Shouts out to our section. We needed that space because if we were sitting with everybody else, I wouldn't have been able to make it. It would have been by that time we left at 6:30 or whatever. It was just like it was like halftime of one game. And I was like, I really want to watch this game. But I was like, man, I can't. We gotta leave, man. Like we've been here too long. Like it's just too much going on. There's too much alcohol around. Too many wings. Too much weed smoke. I was like, I need a break. So we bounced.
My kind of invite next time.
Nigga, it was crazy.
My friends together. We go.
Hey, it's another one coming. Go to wingam.com and
There we
register to
go.
win, brother.
There
It
we
was
go.
it was a time, man. Ran into some homies from Wright State. Haven't seen them in years, so it was good to see those folks. Then did a little bit of shopping on Sunday because we ended up staying overnight up there. Did some hanging out, and then like y'all said, like today, man. Today is chill, man. Today is a chill day. Rest and recover. Gonna be lazy around the house. Might go for a little walk or something like that just to get out the house. But after all that we did, I need like a lot of salads and a lot of broccoli, a lot of green vegetables, bruh, because nothing but this for the next couple of days.
I feel
Nothing but
you.
water. Yeah, I need to
I feel
recover,
you.
boy.
Yeah. I started that
That's
yesterday evening. My boys tried to get me to come over. I said, nah, bro. I'm starting now. The headache is coming. I need some water. We need to reset.
reset, rest, and we got another little outing coming up here very soon. So I'm gonna chill until that happens. More
Nice.
info around about that around the corner. But shoot, let's jump into these topics, man. So many topics to get into. We ain't got a lot of time, man. So let's just do this, man. Killer was popping in the world of sports. Was going down.
Man, we're gonna start out with some NBA talk. KD, Mr. Kevin Durant, finally said he willing to participate in $1 million one-on-one tournament during All-Star weekend. Is that gonna be Beasley? Because who else would it be? Beasley seemed to be the one.
Beasley ain't in the NBA.
True.
Nah, yeah.
True.
Let's lead these to the actual NBA stars. I think we had Kyrie already say he was down. You know, get a little group together. All you need is a good 8. I'm sure you can
Talk
find
is
8
cheap.
players.
Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Holla at me in February. Because my prediction is by the time February come around, if this happens, it's gonna be a whole bunch of me and yous out there playing.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Yeah.
always talking. I just remember when LeBron said he was gonna be in the slam dunk contest.
It never happened.
You don't think you can find 8? Like, let's say Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown seems like he participates. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was in the Big Three All-Star game. He did the dunk contest recently.
Fair.
Jaylen Brown, Kyrie, KD. Get
Kyrie,
somebody like a De'Aaron Fox.
if I'm the general manager of the wait for the Mavericks, I'm like, yeah, Kyrie, you can't play. I would prefer you not play in this. You get injured a lot, sir. You are a great player. We need you for the real season. Can you not play in this 1v1? Please, sir.
Man, make it happen, man. We don't need none of that bad juju. We try to make the All-Star
Hey, man.
game. I ain't even gonna say the rest of the phrase, but we want a good All-Star game. Let's say that.
For sure.
See,
for sure.
I still
Don't
got
get cooked
visions.
by KD because KD, I think, is the greatest 1v1 dude ever.
I still got visions of like the A1 era merging into the NBA and just seeing how that would have been. So like I got hopes of like the street baller, the like you say, the people that's not in the league anymore still come onto that stage and shake things up and give these stars, conversation pieces. But like you said, it's a terrible idea because their name, image, and likeness could be ruined in one basketball game, depending on how ugly it got with who you were playing. So you might not want to participate if you really, got something going for yourself.
Make it
So
happen.
we'll see. Also, some NBA talk, man. A gentleman by the name of Lawrence Doherty. He was the man that was found guilty of shooting 2011 Jefferson High School great Dayton native Adrian Payne. That guy shot and killed Adrian 4 years ago. He was sentenced to life in prison, so he will be under the jail forever. Let's hope. Still sad. I still can't believe it's been 4 years. He's one of the last high schoolers I say that I was really invested in watching their, run. Like he had Dayton in a buzz. It was a small, I think Division IV at the time, small school, making a run in the state chip. Got a run to Michigan State. He got a Big Ten championship with Michigan State. I remember him celebrating in the locker room. Got onto the NBA, and then this happened. So it was sad to see this happen down in Florida, I believe.
Yeah, in Orlando.
That guy is going to be in jail for the rest of his life. So.
Yeah, rightfully so, man. He was stopping a domestic incident and lost his life trying to do a good thing, man. R.I.P. Respect.
Yes, sir.
I remember going up against him in summer league back in high school. Nigga was dunking everything. Yeah. Like, get this nigga off the court.
Yeah, he was a problem. Jeremy Lin, man. Jeremy Lin has announced his retirement from basketball. Dizzle, do you remember the Jeremy Lin run?
Oh, yeah. Linsanity was crazy.
Linsanity was
Classic.
crazy. 2011, 2012 season. I think I found some info. The height of it, he was averaging 25 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 3.8, and 2.2 steals per game. During a 9-game stretch from February 4th to February 19th, He led the Knicks to an 8-1 record with a shooting percentage of 50.9% from the field and a true shooting percentage of 57%.
I know where this will go. And go ahead. Go ahead.
This shit
That
just
shit was
crazy, man. A 2 week
crazy.
run made this man how much money,
Bruh.
career, name. Like he's set just off of a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it
Like,
all just the injury bug fell. He was at the bottom of the bench and became a global superstar in 2 weeks, and everybody watched it happen live, bro. Shit was
and didn't
crazy.
do nothing after that.
Nothing.
Like this nigga had a good 2 weeks for his whole career. Man, let me
That's
stop.
that's
Let me
that's
stop,
every
man.
average, every average athlete's dream is to have a run like that, just to get famous for a month and then fade to black.
Damn.
Made bank. But my favorite thing about Jeremy Lin is when he ethered my guy Kenyon Martin. We all remember when Jeremy Lin broke out with the locks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Kmart was like, let's not forget this dude name is Lin. He Chinese, he Japanese, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Kenyon Martin's quote was. And he came back at Kmart and was like, yeah, don't you have like Chinese letters tattooed on you? And it was like, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. It's like it's
Yeah.
just hair, man. It's just hair.
Right.
Shouts out to Jeremy Lin,
Yeah.
the classiest ether of all time.
Yes, sir. Now, my favorite sport, mine goes NFL 1, NBA 2, college football 3. But NFL is back this week. Shouts to Bud. His birthday is Thursday. His team is the Dallas Cowboys. What better way to share your birthday than the Cowboys playing the Eagles? I know he's gonna have me watching this shit somewhere, but this is my guy, 100 grand. So we're gonna be supporting it. But in this NFL talk, we're gonna get to before we get to the Cowboy talk. Travis Hunter and his wife Leanna Lene have announced the birth of their son. So I see the little Facebook ad looking like they got a divorce and that she won 40 million, and I know all that shit be fake. It just be looking fake. Nice to see that things are happening well for Travis and Jacksonville. He made the fantasy squad for me, so my fantasy squad on paper looking nice. I got my bench looking stellar. Cooper Cup, Debo, Travis Hunter. It's gonna be a nice.
Congrats to the fam, man. Congrats to them both, man. Shake the haters
Yeah,
off, man. Focus on you and
yeah,
yours.
yeah. Now to this Cowboy news that just I don't know, bud. I don't know. Cowboys traded three-time All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Parsons and the Packers already have reached the agreement of a 4-year, $188 million contract. Cowboys get 2 first-round picks from Green Bay, and they got another guy, Ryan Clark or something like that. That's supposed to be pretty decent, but he ain't no Parsons.
Right.
How you feel about Parsons leaving the Cowboys? I know that's a big blow to their defense.
Man, look, I look at it like this, man. The Cowboys, their problem isn't drafting good talent. They always draft good talent. They got CD Lamb. They got Micah Parsons. They got DeAndre Bland. Like they get talent. They find the talent and they ball out. But the problem is when you have elite talent, you have to pay them as such. Micah Parsons is elite talent. He produces. Like people try to put team success on individual success. Like
Yeah,
his individual success, his job is to tackle the quarterback, sack the quarterback, make impact plays. That's what he does. He should be compensated as such. It shouldn't be
yeah,
simply about what the team does. So he did his part. Now, for the Jerry Jones of it, it's like, look, man, if you're unwilling to pay a Dak this $60 million, if you're unwilling to pay CD Lamb this money that he's due because he's outperformed his contract, if you're not willing to pay Micah Parsons what he is worth and what he's owed, then simply trade him. And that's what he did. He was unwilling to pay what he wanted to trade him. I respect that. I respect the fact that you're not about to drag this out and just, all right, man, well, he's not
Mm.
going to play. Well, he's just going to be sitting there. Like, hey, man, this is how much I'm willing to pay. This how much you want. We can't meet somewhere in the middle. Then we got to trade him. So I'm good with both of it. It looks crazy on paper to say, the city of Dallas has given up on Luka and Micah Parsons in the calendar year. Watch out, Paige Beckers. But it is what it is. This is the business that they in, man. You got to make tough decisions with a sport that you have a salary cap with. So, hey, man, I respect this because we've seen so many players sit out halfway through the season, then come back and they get injured or have to take a bad deal. Hey, man, Jerry Jones, he ain't want to pay that money. Trade him. Keep it
Yeah.
moving.
My
Tell
question is, if you not gonna want to pay him, who is you gonna want to pay? These are is he not the top? I know he like rated 99 in Madden. So they did that trade on Madden and they got rejected. Like, so what? Who are you gonna pay?
He ain't got. I mean, shoot.
yeah.
That's what happens. I mean, the problem is really, from my perspective, is the Dak contract would really bit him in the ass because all this shit is a domino effect, man. And really, like when Micah Parsons tried to get a contract last year, he should have did it then because now when you wait, you let the T.J. Watts, the Myles Garrett's, the Max Crosby's, the Neil Hunters, you let all them get signed. Well, guess what? He's gonna want more. It's like, hey man, I'm just as good as them, so I need what they got and more. So.
Yeah.
My advice to all these billionaires who are way smarter than me with money, pay the
Yeah.
motherfuckers early so you don't have to deal with this shit.
Hey, 90-year-old Mike Brown, did you hear that? Jesus. Sound like some Bengals shit. But we'll see. We'll see. Good luck. Shiloh Sanders reveals his plans to get into music, acting, and modeling after being waived by the Buccaneers. I have a lot of talents, he said. I saw a post, man. I don't know if it was true, but it sure made me laugh. His guarantee with the team was like $1,500, and his fine for the preseason was like $4,500. So it was like he got fined more than he
He
was
got it.
going to even. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah,
got
he got it. He got it.
3,500. He got that
His
under the
brother
pillow.
got it. His daddy got it. Somebody got it.
Yeah, his brother
He got
damn sure got it. So ain't no issue with getting it paid, but that shit was just funny if that was true that he find his way out of the NFL. Like it's crazy. Didn't make a dollar.
Shout
And
outs
then
to him, man.
Yeah, he later signed with the Eagles practice squad, so he's still in the league, man. Shouts out
So
to him,
he's
man.
so he, okay. So he did. I did not know that. So he's
Yeah,
hopefully he's a good player. Hopefully he can keep his head together.
for sure, for sure.
Dion's son and the little brother, the little P brother,
Right.
and he older. And he older.
Yeah, he's the second
Yeah,
oldest or second oldest son. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so last with the NFL, we always do this. It's that time. NFL week is here. Who are your You Can't Make This Up podcast Super Bowl predictions? Kev, the
Oh,
floor is
I'm
yours.
first. I'm
Let
first.
me.
first.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to look up these conferences.
I already knew this one wasn't ready. I already knew.
Man, I don't know how many years I've done this in a row, so I'm not gonna pick them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick the Ravens. I'm not gonna pick the Ravens. I picked them like 3 years in a row, and they have let me down. On the prediction side, so I am gonna go with the Buffalo Bills and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I'm picking 49ers because they got a soft schedule because they were so bad last year. No, scratch that. Fuck that. Fuck it. Fuck. Scratch that. I'm rolling with what I know. I'm rolling with it. The Ravens and the Packers. Ravens and the Packers. Fuck that. I ain't about the fan scary, man. Fuck it. Ravens and the Packers. Super Bowl.
I'm trying to see, man.
Bizzle.
I saw a fact the other day that said it's 16 black QBs starting week one, which is a record for the NFL. You know, the majority of quarterbacks are
You're just
black,
gonna be rooting for everybody now.
pretty much. Because I'm looking at the Bills versus the Niners. I'm like, wait a second. I know the Bills quarterback. Who the Niners quarterback?
Brock Purdy.
Okay, yeah, get them. Let's go with. I'm going with the Ravens. I still got to see Lamar Jack get one, and I'm going with the Eagles, man. Let's just make it happen.
Oh, he aggressive with it. Okay, yeah. So the 2 Ravens.
So
we know we're not getting 3 Ravens. We know that.
No, mine's real simple. Same division, but just real simple. I am going with the high-powered offense of the Cincinnati Bengals, outscoring every opponent they have to outscore this year. They will trade away a receiver to get better on defense, and the Super Bowl run will happen, and it will be a Super Bowl of epic proportion because this Super Bowl will involve two teams that ain't won it, and they're gonna have a chance to win it all, and they separated by a little over 4 hours. I'm talking about the Bengals and the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl, baby.
I
That's
like
my
that
pick.
one. I like that
That's
one.
That's
lit.
my
That's
pick.
lit. That's lit. We gonna
That's
see
my
who's
pick.
correct in about 4 months.
Yeah. Real quick, other news in sports, the WNBA and the WNBPA are heading towards a lockout as a collective bargaining agreement is unlikely before their October deadline. So be on the lookout for some controversy in the WNBA. We're not getting things going next year. So we'll see.
I
Any
think this has
thoughts?
a 0% chance happening because the powers that be know how big the sport has become over the last 2 years. They know how much money they will be losing if they're unable to get a contract situated. And the reason I know this is because the players themselves have options that NBA players don't. NBA
Yeah.
players can go over to China, but they will be making half of the money that they're making here in the NBA. But in the WNBA, when they go across the pond, they make more money playing overseas. So
Yeah.
the WNBA will get this contract worked out because they'll be losing more than the players are gaining.
It's amazing what that 11th hour in negotiations do when the clock is ticking and you got to decide that shit, like you say, that shit gonna work itself out. And
And we
oh,
can
go ahead.
see that they got young stars on the way. Like the stock is on the
Exactly.
way up. It's up now, and it's
Exactly.
still projected to go up. So get that money.
Yeah. And finally, in sportsman, I'm super excited for this. I already got two bets on it. 1:30 p.m.
Yes,
Naomi
sir.
Osaka versus Coco Gauff will be facing off in the U.S. Open for the first time since 2019.
I can't believe it was
Two
that long ago.
Man, I cannot believe that. I remember Coco crying and having a post game interview, and it's gonna be good. Naomi took some time away from the game to get her mental health right, get her situation right. I think she broke up with her rapper boyfriend, and they got a kid. So I'm sure that
For a
took a
day, big
lot of
fumble.
took a lot of
What?
reading. She got a bag, a big
I'm about to say,
big
but
fumble.
he had a baby with her though, so he kind of scored. He scored before he fumbled. So
Until that child support matter hits the fan.
He said
He's
he
still a
scored before
rapper.
he
man,
fumbled.
he
Hilarious.
a stay at home dad. He getting the child support. What you mean?
He better hope. But yeah, man, that's
uh,
gonna be today in like I said, 1:30.
No.
and can we give a shout out, Killer? I don't know her name. Maybe you know Shawty from Atlanta. She was going at it with the
Yeah.
Oh,
overseas lady. What's
Tiffany
her name?
Townsend, I think it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
She been
Tiffany
killing.
Townsend. Yeah, she just
Something
lost a
Towns.
heartbreaker
Yeah.
yesterday. I watched that match. She played a match yesterday evening. Second set went to a tiebreaker like 15-13, and then she lost the third set. But she had a good run in the US Open for sure. Good
Yeah.
run. True black girl out there doing her thing. That's what I love to see because especially in my era of playing tennis, I got the opportunity to play in some, Midwest tournaments in Indianapolis and Chicago, and one of them was my favorite one. It was an all black tennis tournament, so all these tennis groups from the Midwest came, and it would be 1,000 people that was black playing tennis at IUPUI or wherever we was at. And some of those people I know have gone on and played high collegiate golf, some semi-pro and pro, some are teaching pros. So it's just dope to see that generation still going and doing an upward spiral in tennis because it's still needed. So that's
No.
it for sports though.
That's what's up. Dizzle, what's popping in the world of entertainment?
Yeah, let's run through these, man. We got Billboard. Billboard comes out with another list as they rank the top R&B and hip hop artists of the 21st century. All right, let's scroll through this top 10. We'll go to the top 10 here. 10 is Alicia Keys, 9 is Eminem, Rihanna at 8, Jay-Z is number 7, Lil Wayne 6, Usher 5, Chris Brown 4, The Weeknd 3, Beyonce at 2, and we have Drake number 1 hip hop / R&B artist of the 21st century. How do y'all feel about the list here?
I got a problem.
Yeah.
I'm finally gonna say it. I'm finally gonna admit it. I'm gonna be the one to do it. Eminem can't be on no more lists, bro. Eminem,
Mm.
Damn.
he ain't done nothing for me in 20 plus years musically. If we not walking around here talking about Friday is the best movie ever still, then I'm not living in that past. Eminem makes every list.
But it's
He
the
makes
21st century, so it's basically what everything since 2000 to 2025, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
okay.
Yeah.
So
So that
he skated by 2 years and made the list, but he ain't on the next one. Damn it, he's on every list. And it's just been a long time musically for Eminem for me, man. So that's just where but I get it. 21st century, you're right, but boy, he ain't on the next one.
definitely not, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the list. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at the list as overall as a, when you do these lists you can nitpick and everything like that. Me, I would have Chris Brown at the 3 spot, Usher at the weekend for me, like I don't get the weekend thing.
Yeah,
Uh I just don't get it, and maybe that's just a personal vibe, but like Chris Brown and Usher they always gonna be tied at the hip. So you can have Usher or Chris Brown at the 3 spot for me. Like whatever they say, I'm good with. But like, there's no way that I could ever see the weekend being as big as Chris Brown or Usher, or have as many hits, or have as many vibes. I just don't see it in my world. Another
yeah.
one for me, and I don't know. We talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago because he made another list. Post Malone. How is Post Malone constantly on these lists, bro? What
Hits.
what am I?
He got
No, no,
the
no, 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 no,
hits.
no, 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 no. What rap song? What R&B
Okay.
song does
Yeah, yeah,
Post
yeah.
Malone? This specifically says R&B and hip hop. If you want to just
That's
talk about
facts.
music, fine, whatever. That's cool. If it's something I don't listen to, y'all tell me that it's up there. Fine, I'll roll with it. But R&B and hip hop, he does
White
not belong.
Iverson.
Yeah, that's like 15 years ago, bro. I don't. Yeah, that you
Shout to
got you.
Eminem and Post Malone. They in the same bracket.
You got to get him up off this list, bro. Other than that, I'm good with it. Honestly, I would be bumping Kanye up to the top 9, definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
art, I mean, like come on, man. Like he has multiple classics of his solo career. And obviously, who Ye is today isn't what he was, when he first came out, but he still has a cultural impact. He drops an album, people are going to be tapped in. So, not to have Kanye
Yeah.
in the top 10 is crazy to me. I would bump, somebody like Rihanna or Alicia Keys down, or even
yeah.
Eminem down for that matter, out of there. R. Kelly absolutely deserves to be in there, even though he's a creep. But Post Malone, stop it, bro. Stop it.
And Ludacris don't get enough love, man. He went too commercial for people, but he should be up higher than some of these names as well.
Shouts out to the King of the South, T.I., making the list.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about it, man. The world went up. World went crazy when Cracker Barrel changed their logo. They removed the guy in the barrel.
Yeah, and the world blew up.
The world blew up. They went crazy. And maybe what, 2 days later, Cracker Barrel brought the guy in the barrel back. So what?
They said, "Take it easy, take it easy."
He was just playing, y'all. So what y'all think, man? Is Cracker Barrel back?
I don't understand. I've never understood it, man. Like, it's a restaurant that I grew up in. My family loves to frequent. My mom loves their breakfast. She loves their catfish. She loves their Wednesday special, their Thursday special, their Friday special, their Saturday special. That's probably my mom and my stepdad's like go-to dinner spot because they got so many options. But like I liked it younger, and the older I got, it just got weirder. So the older I got, it just got weirder. Didn't really like it as much. Not a fan, but boy, I didn't realize how much people did. Like the amount of things I saw on Cracker Barrel because they removed the guy leaning on a barrel off of their sign. It's just crazy. I didn't think that would matter, but I don't
History and
understand.
culture.
Yeah, I don't understand why the switch nor why it mattered. So
Crazy times. I will say this: Cracker Barrel, their pancakes are smacking Bob Evans and smacking IHOP. Salute to the Cracker Barrel on their pancakes. But other than that, I really don't rock with anything at Cracker Barrel. But
Yeah.
hey man, I had to resort back to the logo, man. Money talks, man. When you lose over $100 million in evaluation, you crazy.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Big Bro tapping in.
In my
I didn't
life,
even know
I've
Big
never
Bro
been
had
to a
a
Cracker
had.
Barrel.
Oh, he watching on YouTube. I was about to say I didn't even know Big Bro had a Facebook, but he watching on YouTube. Shout out to Big Bro.
He said he never
Yes.
never been to a Cracker Barrel. I don't blame you. I think I've been once. It wasn't my option, but yeah, it's not my business. So let's move on. Travis Kelsey, let's give him a round of applause. We see that
Cleveland Heights
him and
on.
Taylor Swift have been
Somebody made it out the
engaged.
hood.
You already know.
Yes, somebody winning on and off the field.
It's
It's
amazing how they got engaged right after we just talked about her buying back all of her music.
oh yeah.
So she has all her masters. She has bought back. She re-recorded the whole thing, so she owns that one too. So the bag is up for Taylor. She probably don't have to record another song ever in life if she don't want to.
Nope.
Travis never has to catch a pass in life, never again if he wants to. But they
Mhm.
gonna come together and make it one. I think it's dope, man. They've grown on me. I watched the Kelsey brothers podcast, so I've seen some of the inner circle questions and things that they talk about, and I enjoy their pod. But the Kelsey Taylor, he got rid of the painter mustache. I'm good. As long as he got rid of the painter mustache, I'm good.
Shouts out to them. Shouts out to them. And for people that just like are so sick of like the Taylor Swift and the Travis Kelsey involvement in the NFL, guess what? You don't have to watch. There's a whole bunch of other games on that they're not playing.
Yeah,
If
Mhm.
you're not a Chiefs fan and your team's not playing the Chiefs, turn on another channel. It's
See,
that
I,
simple.
I'm gonna have a
th-
bad year this year because my fantasy team I got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Xavier Worthy, so I'm gonna get a lot of
Oh
Taylor
yeah.
this year. Watching the red zone probably.
Good for ratings, man. The NFL is all about it, bro. It's great for ratings.
so what we got next, man? Lil Durk been locked up for 305 plus days at this point. But he has his trial set for October 14th, so it's coming up, man. What's y'all thoughts? How y'all think it's gonna go down?
Man, he just like Diddy being denied bail. I think he got denied bail like 3, 4 times or whatever. It they wasn't able to get Diddy. They getting somebody.
Man,
Right.
we don't gotta
Yeah,
go too
it's
deep into it though, bro, because I know y'all seen all the Young Thug tapes getting leaked, like
yeah.
Atlanta Civil War going on right now. You think that's
Yes.
they targeting rappers, man? Is this the new play? They gonna start releasing dirt audio?
Uh, Define targeting rappers.
I don't see them doing this to other individuals where, all right, Young Thug is home set free. Now they're releasing all of his audio every day. It's some new conversations popping up. Somebody's doing that.
Targeting or like
Yeah,
I don't view it as targeting. I mean, you could have not put yourself in this situation.
that's
Like that's
facts.
how
That's facts.
I view a lot of these things. Like people like, oh man, they picking on me. Like, well, you did get involved with these crimes, so there is a price to pay when you're involved with these crimes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like should these things be sealed for his safety? Absolutely, absolutely. Because if the streets find out you was El Rato,
Right.
you might be El Gato. So
This
yes,
is
you're
still a
right.
murder for hire trial. Like this.
Yeah, man.
Boy, yeah. We gonna see. Mm.
What else? Couple more here, man. Roblox. Are y'all familiar with the game Roblox?
I'm
Very
familiar, but I'm sure somebody else on this podcast is very familiar.
man, we could go anywhere in the United States for 4 nights, 5 days with the amount of roadblock cards I done bought all three children.
Mm. Well, they done hit
Easy.
47.3 million concurrent users, which is the highest ever recorded on a gaming platform, man. 47 million users on the game.
That's
Crazy.
crazy. That's crazy. And the game, I don't even understand. It's so weird to me. I've watched all three of my kids run through phases of playing it. Now my 9-year-old is knee deep. She plays it every day, all day, and it's the weirdest thing that they wake up at 8 o'clock for updates, and they wake up at 6 o'clock for updates, and they play all day long and talk shit. And
You don't
I
play it
don't,
because it's a lot of you can play a lot of games within Roblox.
no, I'm not hip.
No, okay, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool actually. Um, last one I got, man. Funk Flex. Let's go ahead and get a round of applause going for him, man. He announced his last show on NYC's Hot 97, man. Gonna be September
Mm,
1st, 7 p.m. All things will come to an end, man. So shout out to the legendary Funk Flex.
that's today.
That's today, man. Like he a legend in the game. I mean, he helped build Hot 97, you know what I'm saying? Probably the most recognizable hip hop station in the country. Lots
Yeah,
of things are going on behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? With other
yeah,
DJs that worked up there. He's been involved with a lot of hearsay, a lot of rumors and stuff like that. One thing about Funk Flex, he is going to stay relevant. I mean, think about it, like if you were a DJ from the '90s, like you was just, hey, all right, man, that's the DJ. He's become a full-fledged personality, not just on the radio, but on social media and everything like that. Man, he's definitely a legend. But he has some opinions, and people have opinions about him, man. But you can't take away the fact that he a legend in the game, and not only the DJ game, but also the radio game.
yes, sir. Man, it's like it's falling apart at the Hot 97 right now. I saw another DJ. I think
DJ
DJ
enough,
Enough. Yeah,
yeah.
he had his final bow a couple days ago, and now this. It's just the staples of what made that. With the Angie Martinez runs and all those things. Like it's getting to where it's changing, and it's about to be a whole new wave, a whole new vibe. But like Kev said, I've been fortunate enough to see some people like Mr. Ecton from WDAO. Like he's been around that world and locally, and then people like Tom Joyner and Doug Banks and all those different people making careers out of once being DJs. So it's dope to see how they've done it their way. And Flex did it fire. I paid Flex $20 a month to be on his record pool for 10 years. So he got some money from me for a long time. So
Money in the bank, man. All right, man. Couple quick hitters before we slide up out of here on this Labor Day Monday, man. A Florida woman was arrested for allegedly posing as a cosmetic dentist, using supplies like crazy glue to perform procedures such as veneers without a license.
Ooh, who going to that? What?
the same girl that put that shit in her hair, that
Ooh, the
gorilla
crazy
glue.
glue.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
That's
couldn't imagine
crazy.
somebody going to their basement and getting my teeth done.
I mean,
Right,
think about
yeah.
it, man. People is stupid, bruh. They was getting silicone pumped into their booties, for BBLs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's how far people gone, man. People want
crazy.
Mm.
the fast results. Hey, man, braces are cool, man. Go see your go get the braces,
Exactly.
bruh. Go the long route. It's all good. Gonna take
Let's just
like a
let's
year or
just start
two.
with the six
Mm-mm.
month cleaning. Let's just go get cleaned every 6 months. Let's start
Yeah,
there.
man. And like that's my thing. Like when people like get like veneers, like when they get the bad looking ones, like they just be like too big or whatever. It's like, man, where did
The
you go?
chompers.
They always
Like, where
they
did you
always
go?
so they always licking their teeth.
And then
That
they
shit
like
be
be like
crazy.
crayon white and like, man, they ain't no coffee stains, no nothing. They just look weird to me, man.
Mhm.
Uh, prayers up to everybody who did that stupid shit. A new study suggests that it's harder and more expensive to raise girls. Killer. I mean, I know you don't have any boys,
Let's
but I
get a
mean, you got
round of
three
applause
girls.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. They say a bank shows that you spend $400 more a month on girls than boys.
Absolutely true. I have three daughters. They all are old enough to want their own hairstyles, and when my nephew want to come with me to get his hair cut, it's like 25. You know, I might pay the 40, 45. When I take the girls to get their hair done, my daughter just got her hair done on Friday, $250. My other
Mm-mm.
daughter got her hair braided, senior year. She got to be $280. Kid get her hair done every 3 weeks, like she go to the barber. It's like $120. It's
Mm.
nuts. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts.
That's just hair. We ain't even mentioned like they're gonna be
Yeah,
older, getting their nails
clothes,
done,
food,
clothes done.
nails. Tell you, bro, it's this year is gonna define my hair. I think I'm gonna be all the way white by the time my daughter graduate this year because the amount of shit that I gotta pay for her senior year, and it's just senior year. We ain't talking about the next step of life, and you don't quit on your children. So I'm gonna be there for her in that phase too. So it's about to get real. About to get real.
Speaking of hair, man, I seen young Kazi. He got the wavy joints. Jizzle, he got the wavy ponytail. What's poppin'? What products we using, man?
That's his mom getting them together. Like he got all the expensive stuff, and we really be doing some work, well, keeping it well oiled, washed, conditioned, keeping better care of his hair than our hair. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
All
how it
right.
be.
Can we get a video game update? Up there. Coach.
He
I'm
said he's
not
not
ready
ready.
for it. Got two. Oh, snap. Two baby
Yeah.
girls. Yeah, he got twins. Salute.
Oh,
Salute. Good luck,
yeah,
bruv.
that's gonna be double every time.
Jizzle, can we get a video game update in your opinion?
So far, so good, man. So far, so good. We in week 5, I want to say, of the new season. I got a user game coming up, a tough one against, I want to say, East Carolina. He's rated, I think, at 81, and I'm still a 74. So it's gonna
Ooh.
Do
be, it's gonna be a
do
tough one.
do we have new
Yeah,
teams? Keep me updated. Is everybody still
I'm
rocking with their squad?
I'm
Or you
I'm still on North Texas. Kev
I got
left.
I got the hell out of Dodge as quick as possible. I
you
was
not at
at
Stanford no
Nevada.
more?
Yeah, no, I'm at Stanford. Yeah, I
Oh, I'm
was
about to
at
say, okay,
Nevada,
okay,
jumped
okay.
over to Stanford, played my brother who is now Oregon, and his team is like a 97, and he beat the piss out of me. It was over. It was
So
shoot clock by third
does
quarter,
Dizzle
dog. It
gotta
was
play
bad.
Oregon? Like, do you
And
have to
they
play?
A bit, maybe in the playoffs, but
maybe in the
not my
playoffs.
regular season schedule. I don't play them.
So I'm kind of getting twisted up again. So everybody that's in this, it's like 20 of y'all, right? Or close to it.
Correct. It's 20.
So everybody could be from Sinclair to Oregon. They can be in any
No,
conference. They
you
can be
start with a tier 2 school, so Nevada, North
okay.
Texas,
But
and you
even if
play
it's
out
that
this.
tier two school, all 20 of y'all aren't playing necessarily each other because it's only 10 or 11, 12 games,
Right.
whatever
So
that
like people
is.
are sprinkled out between different conferences, so they play each other. So we ended season 1. So when the season ends, you get job offers based off how well your team did last season, or you just win the luck of the draw like I did. And you are able to move on to another school. My brother, he had UNLV. He won the championship. He went from a tier 2 school to a tier 6 school in a blink of an eye. So he's
So,
rocking and rolling. Don't
so,
read that
so
nigga comment. Don't read that nigga comment. Get him out of here. Block this nigga.
could could the UNLV team, like, let's say they
Fuck
don't win a
UNLV. Ain't
championship.
they coach?
Let's say they don't win a championship. Could he have been stuck with UNLV and everybody else moving on, and then eventually he's playing Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and
Yes.
that has his schedule because he's stuck there and hasn't advanced to another team?
Yes.
That's
There's
okay.
multiple people out there that are trying to get out of their current position.
Okay.
Multiple people. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had a barn burner last night with Notre Dame. I was up 14 with 2 minutes to go. I'm at the 5-yard line, about to put it away. I was either going to score or kick a field goal. My nigga fumbles. Scoop and score the other way. 3 and out. They score in one play. Overtime. Just like that.
Oh
I was
no!
like,
Wow.
nigga,
Damn.
we won in double overtime. Somehow, some
See, I
way.
missed
Don't
it.
ask me how. It was crazy. I should have went live on the Twitch so I could show it to everybody. But shit, at that point, it wasn't anything Twitch worthy because I was controlling the game until I wasn't.
See that
Mm.
I was moving at an upward rate on wanting this PS5 or this new system, but then when you tell me stuff like that, I already smoke too much. That should have had me outside smoking. That
Hey,
should have had
it's
me
the stress is
outside
real.
smoking.
The stress is real. Last one before we slide up out of here, man. Powerball jackpot, $1.1 billion after no ticket on Saturday night. Next drawing is today. How much y'all dropping on them tickets?
$10 to $15. I am buying at least 3 or 4 numbers, 5 numbers, whatever that can. No more than 20.
I'm not doing it, man. I never buy Powerball tickets. I don't know, man. I don't even know how to do it. What I go in there and say, yo, give me the Powerball. Is that what I just go in there and say?
You
Yeah.
can say, give me 1 auto
Man,
pick, give me 2 auto picks, give me 10 auto picks, and they're gonna tell you a
okay,
total.
Yeah,
okay.
after we wrap up the pod, I'm hitting up the gas station. I'm gonna go get 2. Give me 2
Yeah.
and cross my fingers.
I'm letting
1.1 billion.
everybody in my house pick the number, so everybody gotta have a shot.
I think they said after taxes, you're doing still like over 430 million.
Where
My
y'all moving to
podcast
if
would be
y'all
nuts.
win?
I ain't moving to
Jupiter.
nowhere. I'm just living.
Uh.
I'm gonna have me a PO box, a PO
2
box and
words.
an RV.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
This
No,
will
I'm
be
that's
the
so
only thing that
crazy.
I'll be doing. I'll be doing the podcast, and that's it. I won't be doing anything else. Just
yes,
sitting there,
correct,
chilling.
correct.
Big chill.
Golf game gonna be elite.
For sure. Well, there it is. Another episode of You Can't Make This Up podcast. Kev Nash.
DJ Killer Kev.
Hey, Dizzle.
We out.
Thanks to our guest Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.